All right, folks, Samori Benjamin here from Yankee Stadium with a familiar face, New York City, former Met, Gimenez, and a 2022 All-Star, now here with the Cleveland Guardians. Andres, man, good to see you. And like I said, I got a chance to talk to you real quick 2 years ago at the All-Star game in LA. So, yeah, man, how are things going for you right now this season in Cleveland?
It's been great, man. Cleveland is a pretty good city to play the game, and we have a pretty good team. We are in the first place now. We are in the race, so looking to keep moving forward and win the division.
You know, I'm interested just in how you came up in Venezuela. I got a chance to speak with a couple of guys from Venezuela recently, Pablo Lopez, and also your former teammate with the Mets, Luis Gourmet. How, growing up in Venezuela, how did you get into baseball, first of all?
So I have an older cousin who's like 5 or 6 years older than me. So he was playing baseball. And it was easy for me just to follow him to the ballpark. So that's how I started since young age. Just follow his steps. So that's how I get into it. And then at the age of 14 years old, I was like, I was thinking and get the chance in the Pro Bowl, so that's how I started.
Did you have a favorite player growing up in Venezuela?
Yeah. I got a couple actually. My favorite player was Omar Vizquel,
No doubt.
and Carlos Gonzalez, who played for the Rockies.
Yeah, no doubt. And Luis Gourmet, that's also his favorite player growing up. Omar Vizquel, no doubt. And you're playing right now for his team, so that must be exciting.
Yeah, it is. Once I get traded here. That was the first thing that I was thinking actually. At that moment I was playing shortstop, so it was crazy, to play in the same position, the same spot, in the same ballpark that my idols did. So,
have you gotten a chance to meet him yet?
Yeah, I did. In the last WBC, we got a chance to meet each other, and it was special.
Yeah, WBC, that's definitely lots of fun. Were you a Cleveland fan or not really?
Growing up in Venezuela, the television doesn't show a lot of Cleveland games. It was more like Yankees or Boston,
right,
or the big teams. But obviously I have the chance to have like an iPad or a cell phone. So I got the YouTube in there, so try to watch Omar Vizquel highlights.
So were you a Yankee fan or Boston fan growing up?
Not really. My favorite team was one that we had a Winter Bowl.
Gotcha.
For me, that was the favorite team.
Were you into basketball at all? Were you into basketball at all?
Yeah, I like the basketball. I didn't play. I was not good at it. But obviously, I watched a lot of NBA games on TV.
So who is maybe your favorite player, favorite teams in the NBA?
On the NBA, I always follow LeBron James. I'm
Me too.
Big LeBron James fan. So
much.
Wherever he goes, I go.
Yes, sir. I totally understand that. So growing up in Venezuela, I mean, who was some of the most talented players who you saw and played with in Venezuela?
Oh, that's a pretty good question. Some guys that had a lot of talent. Growing up, we played together. I would say Kevin Maitan. He's in the minors still, but he was really talented. He got 5 tools, and you meet some other players that they're really talented, but just different process for everybody. But yeah, I would say him.
Nice, man. And so you signed with the Mets, what, in 2015, 2016?
2015. Yeah.
2015, okay, so at 16?
At 16, I played my first pro season.
Very young, nice. So at that age, how did you end up signing with the Mets?
We got a couple teams, making offers and everything. But I ended up signing with the New York Mets because, they treat me well and my family liked it. So it was the best offer at the moment. So that's how I ended up signing with the New York Mets.
Everything is so competitive. So when you sign, you go first to the Dominican Summer League, right? So that sounds like it's very tough. So what was that like, just playing in the Dominican Summer League at that time?
It was special because everything was new to me. No one in my family played any sport, so for me it was new. Just get into the routine, hitting the cage, play the game, and then have some rest. And yeah, that was pretty special for me.
So what about when you leave the DR and you get to the U.S. for the first time playing in, I guess, low minor league ball. How was that for you? First time here and all that.
It was hard at the beginning. It was hard because the language barrier was there. But I tried to learn. I wanted to learn. I want to learn still, and just get better, be able to communicate with my teammates, and get used to it. And finally, I did it, and I really enjoyed the moment now.
Yeah, you're very good. I only speak one language, and I imagine if I had to go to another country and learn a language, I would be in big trouble. So I definitely give you and all the other international ball players a lot of credit. And like I said last time I spoke with you, you were using the interpreter at the All-Star game. So right now you're doing your thing. What was it? Minor leagues is not easy. I know it's a grind all the way through. So you were in there for about 5 years or so. So just before you got your call up to the big leagues, how would you say the minor league experience those 5 years were for you?
It was quick. I really enjoyed the time in the minor leagues, especially because the friendships that I built. But it was really quick. But it was fun, growing up with the same guys that I signed with, and go all the way through the minors to the big leagues was a pretty special moment for me.
Right. So who are some of the guys in the Mets organization who you did come up with?
Ali Sanchez is now with the Miami Marlins. Pete Alonso, we were in the minors together. Al Francisco, we play like an instructional league at some point, and Mark Vientos.
Right,
So,
nice.
Yeah.
And Alvarez,
David Peterson.
David Peterson, nice. Francisco Alvarez is from Venezuela too, right?
Yeah.
Did you know him at all back home?
No, but when I was at that organization, the scouts tell me about him. He was a pretty good player, pretty good hitter, and they talked to me about him.
Nice. Yeah, last night he had a walk-off for the Mets.
Yeah.
So, all right. So your major league debut, 2020. I know. What do you remember about your major league debut and getting the call up?
I was playing some. I was in my room waiting for the call because they're gonna tell me if I do it or I wouldn't. But at the end, they told me I was in the team. So the first day that I played, I was really nervous. But after the first inning, I was ready.
Now, I know it was a weird year, COVID and all that, but how was your experience playing in New York?
I mean, it was fun. I think it's something that I was prepared for through the minors. The Mets did a pretty good job teaching me about the city and teach me ways to handle any situation. So I say thanks a lot to the Mets organization for giving me that information.
Did you get much time at all to travel the city and hang out in the city at all?
Not really. I've been here a couple of times with the postseason and the Gold Glove ceremony. But yeah, it's always fun to walk around.
Okay, now after that year, I know you got traded, so you signed so young, 16, in the organization for about 6-7 years. So I mean, how was it for you to, that's all you know up to that point. How was it for you getting traded to Cleveland at that time?
Yeah, it was tough at the beginning. Once they told me that I was gonna get traded, it was tough for me, a new beginning in my career. But I'm thankful because this organization helped me a lot through the minors as well, because I was a little bit in the minors with them, but they helped me a lot and they gave me the resource to get better. So I'm really happy here.
Nice. How was it for you getting traded over with Matt Rosario, a teammate of yours?
Yeah, it was good. He's not here anymore, but he's a great guy. So it was pretty cool. Like we went to Cleveland, to Arizona together. So it was a great moment.
So you made the All-Star team 2 years ago, 2022. So that's a great achievement. You made the All-Star team in the same uniform that you grew up watching Omar Vizquel and all that. So I mean, to get named to the All-Star team in 2022 with Dodger Stadium, LA, what did that mean to you?
It means a lot. It was a dream come true. I always wanted to be a professional baseball player, and being an All-Star it was a surprise for me. But at the same time, have a pretty good determination on what I want in life. So that was one of my dreams.
Got two more for you. That year you played the Yankees in the playoffs, so that was always special. So what do you remember about just playing in the playoffs?
It was great. Great energy. Cleveland was, the stadium. It was incredible, and coming here with the same energy, it was special. I will never forget that series.
And so I asked you about the most talented player in Venezuela, but just as a whole, your whole baseball career there, here, Who's the most talented player that you play with?
Ronald Acuña Jr. No doubt about
Okay.
it. Yeah.
You play with him where?
The WBC.
Oh, right. I wanted to ask you about that. WBC. I love the WBC. It's amazing. Lots of excitement. You have all these countries who are playing to win, to be the top baseball country. It's very competitive. I was there in Miami in 2023. I had a great time. How was it for you representing Venezuela playing in that classic?
It was great. It was first time for me representing my country, and I really enjoyed it a lot. We got playing with some other guys that I grew up watching, like Miggy, Altuve. So it was a pretty cool experience for me, for my family. I really enjoyed it a lot.
And last one for you. What's it like right now? Cleveland, you all have been at the top of the American League all year. You and the Yankees are battling it out for the best record of the American League. So just what's it like, being here right now in Yankee Stadium, about to begin this big series against them?
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're coming from a tough series, so coming here, against another tough opponent. So, hopefully we win 3 and we go back home, at the top of our division.
All right, Andre Gimenez, thank you so much. It's good to see you again, and good luck to you. And thanks, man.
Never.
All right, buddy.
Never.
All right, folks, we're back.